day, lovely listeners of Agape FM. It is that time again with myself, Nikki, on the Midday Talk. And if you have tuned in for the first time, this is the session where we get to speak to business people, entrepreneurs, movers and shakers of Gqeberha, Port Elizabeth. And today it is indeed an honor, to have another amazing gentleman in the studio with us, and he goes by the name of Sizwe Mlungwana of Sizwe Mlungwana's Property. So, and I'm just gonna call him Pastor. So, Pastor Sizwe, very welcome to Agape FM.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nikki.
It's an honor to have you with us. And how are you today?
I am well. By the goodness of the Lord, I'm well. I believe that you're well.
Yes, indeed. My eyes are still shining. I'm alive. I can still smile. So I am good.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go straight into your bio because I believe you have a lot to say.
Okay.
So I'm quickly gonna go through your bio and then we can start our conversation.
All right.
Okay, so Sizwe Mlungwana is the owner of Sizwe Mlungwana Properties, which has offices in Gqeberha and East London. Sizwe has been in the real estate sector since 2007. Sizwe Mlungwana Properties started in August 2018 in East London, and then the Gqeberha office in October 2020. They have a staff of 60 dedicated to giving opportunities to youth and old alike who have never been exposed to the real estate. That is short and sweet, but his journey, hasn't been all short and sweet. So we're gonna hear right now. Yes, Pastor. Before we go into the property sector and all of that, just tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Nikki. As you have mentioned, I'm Sizwe Mlungwana. I'm a pastor and I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a married man, married to Sizwe Mlungwana, and then I'm a father of two, my son Ukona and my daughter Yasitanda. I have to mention this, otherwise my kids will kill me. I've got also two beautiful dogs. They are like part of our family. And I'm really honored to be here. Thank you so very much for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
for coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we greet the family, the wife and the kids and the dogs as well.
Oh yeah.
We greet everyone.
Yeah.
So, we have checked it now. Actually, I listened and you were talking, but that is the time when I can draw from the well.
Yeah.
So, just tell us how it all started. The journey of the property sector, how it all started. Now you have to explain all over again.
Yeah. I'll start when I moved to Durban. Okay. I moved to Durban in 2001 to assist in leading the branch of our church that is in Durban. At the time, I was a member of Conquerors Through Christ Ministries. So we had a branch in Durban. So I was sent there to assist a pastor, with the running of the church. I was not a pastor. I was just a leader, That was in 2001. In 2003, I started a business, a small cell phone shop, that grew to become a real serious business, But things happened around 2007. I sold the business because there are things that shook me, and I felt I needed to get something out. I sold the business. Same year, there is a lady, her name is Robin Bester. We used to share premises, you know. Robin Bester is a wonderful woman, you know. So she called me when she heard that I sold the business. She called me to say, Sizwe, I heard that you sold your business. I was like, yes, I did, you know. And then she said, have you ever thought of selling houses? And I was like,
From cell phones to houses.
What are you talking about? I knew nothing about, you know. Oh, she set an appointment for me and her because she also wanted to sell houses. So we went to this person by the name of Barney Fletcher. He was the principal of Gqeberha, you know, in Musgrave, Durban. We met the man. I didn't even have a car at the time, you know. You know, the dude gave us a chance, both of us. But Robin, I think it's clear that Robin was just a midwife, you know, because a few days after we started, she quit, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, so clearly she was just used by God to introduce me into the business. And I was with Gqeberha. A lot of things happened. I left Durban. 2010, I was back home in East London. I joined Harcourts, you know, in East London, under the gentleman called Lance House, Harcourts Cornerstone. I was with them. 2014, I left them. I needed something new. You know, I joined Remax. The principal there is Antoinette Clark. So I was with Remax from end of 2015. And then 2018, I left Remax in June 2018. 2018 August, we started Sizwe Mlungwana Properties in East London with my wife. Excuse me. That was August 2018. And then in October 2020, just after the serious lockdowns, we opened an office in Gqeberha. That is Port Elizabeth, for those who don't know. We opened an office here in Cape Road. We are growing, you know, by God's grace, we are growing. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, you've kept it short and sweet, but we want to go to those details, you know, where the sweat was dripping, and you're like, can I carry on?
My way.
You know, those challenging times when you felt like, but then you just spoke about the faith. So I want you to tell the listeners and the viewers about that, you know, season.
All right. We had a conversation, you know, before this, you know, let me start from the part of education.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to say to answer your question.
Yes.
Generally, as society, we come from a background of education, okay? And one of the things that background gives you is requirements to get somewhere. You know, in order for you to get married, you need this and this, and you need a job. You know, you need this. To do that, you need to get into politics. You need to have maybe connections. I don't know. You need, To start a business, you need to have a business plan. You need capital. You know, you need an investor. You know, those things. These things are what people will say are requirements for success, you know. And for us, we didn't tick those boxes. We didn't have a business plan.
Sure.
We did not have capital. We did not have an investor. We were literally on our own with God, you know. I remember we had little money, you know, myself and Sizwe. I remember, we went to this meeting with our landlord, where we were saying, please give us the place, the one in Amalinda in East London, when we started. Please give us the place. We will not let you down. We'll pay our rent, blah, blah, blah. She said, guys, you are blacklisted. This and this and I can't risk it with you people. I'm like, please, 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 please. She said, the only way for me to give you this place is if you pay rent for this number of months in advance.
Sure.
And when we calculated what that translated to, it took all the money that we had.
Mm-hmm.
The little cash that we had went to rent. We never had, literally, we had nothing to start our business.
Sure.
And that is a very important point for any person who wants to be an entrepreneur. If you want to start when you are equipped, you won't start. We start by faith. When we talk of a leap of faith, we don't start when we are ticking all the boxes. Sometimes you start even before you tick any box. You can't tick any box. That's what faith is, where you say, what do I have? And then you look at what you have, it's so little, but guess what? To faith, what is so little is enough to change your life. And I wish people who are afraid to step into the water may understand that. You know what? You don't need to find maybe a boat to swim. Just step in. It's a leap of faith. And you're going to see things coming together. A lot of times people who are entrepreneurs, who are successful, they say stuff that scare others, and you think like, I remember there is a lady who I looked up to, a very successful estate agent. I shared with her my dream when I was still working under another company. I told her my dream. She said, running a real estate company is expensive. So and so tried it, it never worked. So and so tried it. And that kind of put fear in me. But by God's grace, I realized that no, there are people who did it and succeeded. Yes, what is she talking about? I was like, what is she talking about? There are people who are doing this thing successfully. Yes, so and so failed, yes, fine. But so and so is doing it successfully. And I wish we can understand that God has put in us the ability to succeed. All of us. The only thing that will kill that is facts, is fear, is limitations. Remove all of those, nothing will stop you.
Amen. Amen to that. Talking about that lady telling you that, can you just tell us, because in your bio you say that you have like 60 people working for you today. That is proof right there that if you take the facts and the fear out of the picture, that is sure to follow. So success actually is sure to follow. Can you just tell us some of the highlights of your journey so far in this sector?
Wow. I think the one dearest to my heart is our company taking total rookies, people who have never been exposed to real estate, take them, give them an opportunity, train them, and they surprise you.
Sure.
I can talk of many who came and joined us, and that is our biggest highlight. Obviously starting a company with nothing, that is amazing. We have had amazing events as a company. events that, you know, when other people looked, I mean, it was, it didn't make sense. Where do they get the money? You know, the way that God gave us success is amazing. It's like God was waiting for us to move. You know, it's like God was waiting for us to move with nothing. You know, yeah, it's beautiful. It was beautiful that after the lockdown started in, I'm talking about the serious lockdown, where started in March 2020, right up to probably end of July. I'm not 100% sure. Probably
Yes,
June,
yes.
July, maybe
July.
July. Yeah, maybe July. In October, we opened a branch in Port Elizabeth, Gqeberha. That is amazing.
Sure.
That just shows God responding to faith. You know, and I wish people can record this in their hearts.
Sure.
God is waiting for you to make the first step, even if the first step is minimal, even if it's little. You know, God is waiting for you to make the first step, and He will do the rest, and He is doing the rest. He is just waiting for you to move.
Wow. That
Wow.
is amazing right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's talk about, you know, the property industry
Yeah.
and sector,
Oh my God.
especially for first-time homeowners,
Yeah.
young people,
Yeah.
you know, as myself as well. Now I'm gonna draw as well from your well,
Okay.
who has the experience in this industry.
Yeah.
What would you say? Firstly, you spoke now about steps.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step in there with some steps
Okay.
when it comes to buying a house.
Yeah. Okay. There are two ways to buy a property, obviously. It's either you buy it cash or you borrow. Okay. Cash, I mean, if you've got cash, cash is king. You know? Yeah. Okay. Most people, they don't have cash to buy. They have to borrow. Now, let's focus on that one. Okay. To borrow, to buy, you must make yourself borrow worthy, credit worthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the first thing to do is to make sure that you have cleansed yourself of anything that will make you not credit worthy. You know, thing that will make you not credit worthy is when you don't pay your debts, when you don't pay them in time, when you've got arrears, and when you don't have credit.
Okay.
So there are people who don't have credit. When they apply for bond, they don't get finance. Why? Because they have not proven themselves with small credit as to how they treat credit. You know? Yeah. So it's important that you prepare yourself, you make yourself credit worthy. That's the first thing. Okay. The second thing is to do a proper research as to what is required of you. For example, when you do an application, it's required of you to have what? To bring us your documents, your pay slips, your ID and stuff. But that's not all. There is also fees involved, lawyers' fees, and there could be a deposit required. So it's important to do a research as to what will be required of you, so that when you get a bond, you don't have a problem now of coming up with fees for lawyers. Yeah. So you, firstly, I said you make sure that you are credit worthy. Secondly, be clear about what is required of you in order for you to buy. Besides now getting a bond, what will be required of you in order for you to buy? Yeah, you know, just generally, when you are buying a property, make sure that it speaks to your reason for buying. If you are buying a house for you to live in, okay, for you to live in, obviously, you know, security comes first. You know, you must understand the area where you're buying those things. If you're buying something where you're going, it's an investment property, do a proper research. You know, you don't want to buy an investment property in an area that people don't want. You know, there are areas that are known for things, e.g., an area is known for drugs, an area is known for prostitution, all those kinds of things. You don't want to buy a flat there that no one is going to want to go and stay in. You know? So do a proper research so that you don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Sure. I'm gonna draw right here. It's free of charge, so I'm gonna draw. So it's COVID right now, and what would you say? Okay, what is your take on the state of the property sector at the moment? Would you say that it is wise for people to rather buy, or is it wise for them to rather stick to renting? What would you say?
There has never been a better time to buy than now. Before COVID, the interest rate in South Africa was 11%, 10.5%, and then lockdown came. After lockdown, when we went back to business, the interest rate was 7%. Let me translate that in monetary terms. A 1 million property before lockdown, the repayment was roughly 11,000, 10,500. After lockdown, it's 7,000 rands.
Sure.
Do you see what I'm saying? 30%. That's big, eh? So what I'm saying is the problem came with opportunity. A 2 million property, 2 million, before COVID was 21,000 repayment, 2 million, about 21,500. Now 14,000. That's amazing.
Sure.
So the problem came with opportunity. People who don't own, you see, the only problem is for rental is that rental that was 5,000 before COVID is 5.5. Now it has gone up, or is still 5,000 rents. So the interest rate doesn't affect rental. It only affects borrowing. So I'm saying we have never had a better time than now for you to buy a property, whether to live in it or to invest in a property. Yeah. You see, for example, people before, when you buy a property as an investment, you buy a flat for 400,000. 400,000 meant monthly the bond will be about 4,000, 4.5. Let's say 4.5. There's the levy of the building. Let's say the levy is 700 rands. That's about 5.2. And then there is municipal rates of about 700 rands again. That's 5.9, roughly 6,000. That is before. Now, a 400,000 flat now is 2.8 a month.
Wow.
The bond, 2.8. And then you add these things. So now when you charge a tenant 4,300, you don't have to top up, now. But before, you have to top up because of the interest rate. So this is an awesome time. This is a perfect time. And now banks are also lenient when it comes to, their criteria, because they want business. So they are kind of lenient. Please don't quote me. I never said this. They are kind of lenient, because, I think they see opportunity as well. Yeah. For people who own houses, many, because of job losses and stuff, they are selling their properties because they cannot afford to pay a bond. It's sad for this one, but it's an opportunity for that one to jump and buy that house. So we are living in those times. I'm not only saying this because I'm in this business. It's truth. There is no better time. This is the best time for you to buy yourself that property. Yeah.
Yes, that is a good thing, because now everyone is looking at the negatives of COVID.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one of the positives,
Serious positive.
especially because it's long term.
Oh yeah.
So now you buy the property, and in the long run, you buy it for maybe now you buy a property for 400.
Yeah.
And then a few years after, you can maybe double that.
Oh yeah.
On that.
Oh yeah.
So yes, let's see COVID. I don't want to say let's think COVID, but this is one of those things where we can really say that, when we look at the long term, especially when it comes to, when you buy a property, it's something for the future.
Oh yeah, it's an investment.
Yes, an investment.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can leave behind as well.
Yeah.
So now, yes, we can definitely see it as an investment, something that we can make use of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's destroying a lot, but now we can also, take something good of it.
The other beautiful thing is government subsidies that are available for first-time home buyers.
Wow.
If you earn between 3,500 and 22,000, you can get a subsidy from government that will assist you in paying your bond. I'll make an example. Someone who earns, let's say, 10,000 a month, okay? Person who earns 10,000 a month qualifies now for a bond of what? Roughly 4,800? 480,000. 480,000. Yeah. 480,000. 480,000. You would pay roughly 3,000 rands a month.
Wow.
Okay. Now, in that 3,000 rands, government comes in to say, we're gonna give you 100,000. You see, 100,000. So that 480 now is decreased by 100,000. It's now 380. 380. Then you pay about 2,000 something a month. So there is subsidy as well that is available. So there's opportunity.
Yes.
There's opportunity.
Oh, the time is flying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just round it off nicely.
Okay.
I see that you say that is this your slogan, where buyers and sellers meet, where sellers and buyers meet.
Yes.
Yes. I just wanna read. It's a statement that someone made as the Chief Executive Officer of National Real Estate Group, Just Property, and he says, service, practitioners, service levels in our industry are generally low. Now, especially considering that we are dealing with major investments that often involves major emotions too. For the person selling, buying, or renting a home, it is a very personal thing, and an opportunity to touch hearts and influence people. We have to become customer obsessed.
That is big.
Yes. So now I was just thinking, like, okay, you say it's where sellers and buyers meet. What does that mean?
We are a hub. Sizwe Mlungwana Properties is a hub. We've got an amazing group of estate agents who are crazily driven. We have amazing records in our company where a property is listed this morning, 9 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, it's sold cash.
Come on now.
Because our agents, we've got an amazing database that when a property comes, we already have a buyer. So when we say where sellers and buyers meet, it means exactly that we are a hub. This is, if you want it to happen, let's meet here. You want a house, come here. You want to sell your house, come here. We've got people here waiting for you. So we are a hub, we are a meeting place
Mm.
as Sizwe Mlungwana Properties. We've got an amazing team, really, really driven people, so we've got an amazing team. Our clients are, you see, it's amazing things that our clients post on social media, praising, appreciating our agents for exceptional work. One of the things that we pride ourselves with is one of our policies or operating principles. We are ready to go an extra mile for the client. That is what makes people to bring their homes to us, because we are always ready to go an extra
mile.
Yeah.
Wow, that is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I think, because you are dealing with people's precious possessions.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't take it lightly.
Oh, no.
Giving it all, giving it over to someone,
Yeah.
just anyone. So they need to have that trust and know that this person will deal with it as a gentle and fragile possession. So that is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second last thing is we have the tradition of just giving a few words of encouragement to our viewers and to our listeners, especially when it comes to the property buying.
Before we started this interview, I was sharing with you about red tapes in this sector. This is a badly transformed sector, real estate. And you see, to enter, you have to break through all these things. Most of these things are real hindrances to transforming this sector, serious hindrances. And these things are the reason why it's going to take long to transform real estate, And then those few who are in are persecuted, are living a life as if they don't belong here. So starting, is not easy. If you are someone who's oversensitive, who's easily discouraged, you're not going to do nothing in this world. You must have a thick skin. You must be able to, what David did, encourage yourself in the Lord. Have a way to encourage yourself, to motivate yourself. Don't let people, distract you, hinder you. Do what you have to do. You must never allow all these requirements, all these, you must have this, you must have, never allow these things to block you from doing what is in your heart. Do it. Yes, you must be compliant, yes, but you must never allow nothing stop you from doing what you have to do. Because as far as God is concerned, He's waiting for you to move, and He will back you up.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, one last thing. We just need your information, contact details, where we can get hold of you.
All right. Our office number here in Gqeberha is 041 450 8214. 041 450 8214. Our office is at number 122 Cape Road here in Gqeberha. My number is 073 130 4173. 073 130 4173.
And they can get you on Facebook?
Yes. On Facebook, we have a page, Sizwe Mlungwana Properties. And my personal one is Pastor PST Sizwe Mlungwana.
And all the information, we will leave it in the comment section on our Facebook page, Agape FM Facebook page. So straight after the interview, I'll just drop it right there.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so they can get it. Thank you very much for your time, Pastor.
I truly appreciate it.
Yes, it was a nice conversation,
Yeah.
very nice, very informative.
Mm.
I feel that it could have gone, further, but yeah, let's not take your time any further.
Thank
So
you.
thank you very much,
Thank you
and
so
we
much.
appreciate you coming here. May
I'm
God
honored.
just
What a
continue to bless you.
privilege. Thank you so much.
So you have been, okay, you are in East London.
Yeah.
Now you are in PE.
Yeah.
Now you need to just go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And may God
Yeah.
bless Agape Radio.
Amen.
I was so touched. I told you when I walked in here, your setup. I'm quite amazed because I see people who are like me. So you really bless my heart, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. So this is what we mean when we talk of moving. May the Lord bless Agape Radio.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Pastor. Thank you very much. Yes, viewers, that was Pastor Sizwe Mlungwana of Sizwe Mlungwana Properties. And you can check out the Facebook page and check out all the amazing properties that he has already sold. It's indeed amazing, amazing properties. So wherever you find yourself, please be blessed and keep safe. Sanitize, mask up, and just be blessed. And from the Agape FM family, we love you and stay safe.